Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today I am doing a live SEO audit of picfee.com, a multilingual e-commerce store selling wall art and photography prints across Dutch, English, and German markets. I am going to walk you through 5 of the most critical issues I found on this site, showing you exactly where the problems are and why each one is actively hurting their rankings and traffic. Now, before I get into it, I want to be upfront. This is not the full audit. A complete walkthrough of everything wrong on this site would run close to 3 hours. What I am showing you today is a focused snapshot of the highest priority problems. And I think if you run a multilingual store of work with one, a lot of what you see here will look very familiar. Let's get into it. I want to start here before anything else because this one tells you a lot about what's happening under the hood. This is Screaming Frog Spider, the industry standard crawl tool used by technical SEO guys. I set it crawling picfee.com. It has been running for over 30 minutes. Look at the bottom of the screen. It has completed 33% of the crawl. That means at just 1/3 of the way through. It has already discovered nearly 70,000 URLs. If we scale that up, and this is a rough projection, your website likely has somewhere in the region of 210k URLs that Googlebot is potentially trying to process. That is a massive crawl budget problem. Google doesn't have unlimited time to spend on your site. If it's wading through hundreds of thousands of URLs, many of which shouldn't even be indexed, it's spending less time on the pages that actually matter to your business. And the issue is the issues panel on the right side. Look at this list: high priority, medium priority, low priority. Let me scroll through it so you can see how far down it goes. This is just the issues Screaming Frog has flagged at 33% of the crawl. The full list will be longer. This is why I am making this video, not to overwhelm you, but to show you that this site needs a structured, prioritized approach. Let's get into the 5 most critical areas. Issue number 1 is what I call indexation chaos. And it's the most dangerous thing I found. Look at these 2 numbers in the issues panel. Directives, no index, 7,603 URLs. These are pages where a no index tag has been applied, telling Google, do not include this page in search result. Right next to it, canonicalized, 7,646 URLs. These are the pages that have a canonical tag pointing to a different URL, essentially telling Google, this page is a duplicate. Go look at the other one instead. Now, here's where it gets serious. These 2 signals together, no index and canonicals, account for over 15,000 URLs at just 33% of the crawl. This means Google is being given enormous amounts of conflicting or suppressive signals across your site. When no index and canonical conflict on the same page, for example, a page that's canonicalized to version A, but also carries a no index directive, Google doesn't always know what to do. The result, important product pages and category pages can get caught in this confusion and drop out of the index entirely. And the traffic drop data confirms this is happening. In SEMrush, we can see organic keywords dropped 29%, and organic traffic dropped 15%. That's not a small seasonal dip, that's a structural signal problem. Google is losing confidence in which pages on your site it should be indexing or ranking. Issue number 2 is your robots.txt file. And this one has a hidden problem that's easy to miss. Let me show you the current file. On the surface level, this looks reasonable. You are disallowing cart, checkout, account pages, cookie pages, all standards for an e-commerce store. And the sitemap is declared at the bottom. That's good. But look at this line. This wildcard rule is allowing any URL that contains the parameter. The intention was probably to allow paginated pages to be crawled. But here's the problem. This same pattern could be interfering with how your filtered product URLs and search result URLs get processed, especially in a multilingual support where URL structures differs across NL, EN, and DE. And now look at this. Screaming Frog is flagging 796 internal URLs being blocked by your robots.txt at 33% of the crawl. The final number will be significantly higher, 796 internal pages that Googlebot cannot reach. Some of those could be category pages, product pages, or content pages that should be crawled and indexed. Here's why this matters for a multilingual site like yours. Like, if your robots.txt is accidentally blocking pages in the DE or EN subdirectory structures, Google simply won't know those pages exist. They won't rank in Germany or the UK. You are leaving international traffic completely on the table. The robots.txt needs to be rewritten with precise language-aware rules, making sure the right resources are accessible and nothing valuable is accidentally hidden from crawlers. Issue number 3 is the one that concerns me most of your international growth, and that's your Hreflang implementation. For those watching who are not familiar, Hreflang is the technical signal that tells Google which versions of your content to show to which audience. Dutch content for Dutch speakers, German content for German speakers, English for everyone else. If this is broken, Google will either serve the wrong language version to the wrong audience, or it will treat your 3 language versions as duplicate content competing against each other. Look at what Screaming Frog found at 33% of the crawl. Hreflang missing, return links 34 URLs. This means the Dutch page references the German version, but the German version doesn't reference the Dutch page back. Google requires these to be reciprocal. If they are not, the whole set is ignored. And non-200 Hreflang's URLs, 139 URLs, these are pages referenced in your Hreflang tags that are returning errors, 301 redirects, 404s, or other non-OK responses. You are pointing Google to pages that don't exist cleanly. Another Hreflang issue is missing X default, 555 URLs. The X default tag tells Google what to show when no specific language match is found. Without it, international visitors hitting your site from outside NL, DE, or EN markets get no guidance at all. When I look at the site itself across the 3 language versions, the structural inconsistencies become visible. Product availability, category structures, and URL patterns don't always match cleanly between language directories. For a multilingual e-commerce site, Hreflang is the backbone of international SEO. Right now, the backbone has fractures in it, and it's a key reason your German and English traffic potential is far below where it should be. Issue number 4 combines an internal technical problem with a backlink problem, and together they represent real measurable loss of SEO value. Screaming Frog has found 242 internal client zeros. These are 4xx response codes, primarily 404 page not found errors on pages that are still being internally linked from elsewhere on the site. So visitors and Googlebot are following links on your own site that lead to dead pages. And remember, we are still at 33% of the crawl. The real number will be higher. Now let's connect these to your backlink profile. I ran a backlink audit in SEMrush. You have 1,644 backlinks under review across 173 referring domains. Look at how many of these have the red label. Target URL error 404. Here's an example. Picture Siron.myportfolio.com is linking to a product page on your site. The anchor text is empty. The target URL returns a 404. Here's another. Henry77.com, a photography portfolio site, is linking to what was presumably a photographer profile page on picfeed.com. The target returns a 404. That photographer's audience could have been your buyers, but the link goes nowhere. Here's a CDN image URL being linked to from multiple external sites, returning a 404. Every one of this is link equity. The ranking signal that flows from external sites to yours disappearing into a dead end. These backlinks exist. They have value. But right now, that value is being wasted because the destination pages no longer exist. The fix has two parts: identify and repair or redirect the internal 4xx errors, then map which 404 pages have backlinks pointing at them, and set up 301 redirects to the most relevant live pages. That recovers lost link equity that's already been earned. Issue number 5 is what I would call on page signal failure at scale. And this is the area that's the longest repair list on the site. Let me walk you through what Screaming Frog found. Even at just 33% of the crawl. Page titles, duplicate, 282 pages. When multiple lang pages share the same title tag, Google has difficulty distinguishing what each page is about. Products compete with each other in the index. Page titles, over 60 characters, 1,601 pages, over 1,600 pages have titles that get cut off in search results. The searcher never sees the full context of what they are clicking. Page titles, over 561 pixels, 1,489 pages. Same problem from a pixel width perspective. These titles are truncated in Google's display. H1 missing, 381 pages, over 380 pages have no H1 heading at all. The H1 is one of the clearest relevance signals a page sends to Google. Missing it means leaving a direct ranking signal completely empty. H1 duplicates 1707 pages. These are pages sharing the same primary heading. Across a product catalog this size, that signals content that hasn't been properly differentiated. Low content pages, 197 pages. These are pages where Screaming Frog has flagged thin or very low word count content, another indexation quality risk. And I haven't even touched the low priority issued yet. 586 duplicate meta descriptions, 555 pages missing X default Hreflang, 7,606 URLs with underscores, 7,204 parameterized URLs, 10,812 internal links with no anchor text. The list goes several screens deep. And now, content this to know the keyword gap. Look at the untapped tab in SEMrush. These are 59 keywords that your main competitors are actively ranking for, where pigfeed.com has zero presence. Keywords like Schilderchen Kopen, One Decority Kinderkärmer, Abstract Kunstprint, these are commercial and informational terms with real Dutch search volume. Your competitors are picking up this traffic. You are not, and one of the core reasons is that your on-page signals are not strong enough to compete for them. Fixing title tags, H1 structure, and thin content across your product and category pages is not glamorous work, but it's the foundation that makes every other SEO effort land properly. So let me bring this together for you. Just in this video, I have shown you 5 critical areas, and I want to be very clear. This is not the full picture. This is a selection of the highest impact problems visible at just 33% of a Screaming Frog crawl. The full audit will surface significantly more. The recap, what we covered on indexation chaos, over 15,000 URLs with no index or canonical conflicts at less than a third of the crawl. Google doesn't know what to index. Traffic is falling as a direct result. Number 2, robots.txt is blocking 796 internal pages. And continuing, the wildcard rules are causing unintended crawl restrictions across a multilingual URL structures. Number 3, Hreflang is broken in multiple ways. 34 missing return links, 139 non-200 Hreflang URLs, and 555 pages missing X default. Your international SEO is returning at a fraction of Number 3, Hreflang is broken in multiple ways. 34 missing return links. Number 3, Hreflang is broken in multiple ways. 34 missing return links, 139 non-200 Hreflang URLs, and 555 pages missing X default. Your international SEO is running at a fraction of its potential. Number 4, 242 internal client errors combined with backlinks pointing to dead pages. You have external link equity that's already been earned. It's just not reaching live pages. Number 5, on page signal failure across hundreds to thousands of pages. Duplicate titles, missing H1s, thin content, and keyword gaps that competitors are actively exploiting. That is a wrap on the 5 biggest issues I found on picfeed.com at just 33% of Screaming Frog crawl. The full picture is considerably longer. If you found this useful, subscribe. I publish audit videos like this regularly. And if you want to work with me, find my email address from the description box below. Thank you.